the fiberglass is gonna go. We have 2 bars. What's going on? No. Dan here, the Speed Shop. Just kind of messing with this thing. I had done a little bit of work, given her a little bit of love. I hooked up a transmission vacuum line, and I was lazy, and I teed in to the line that was feeding the computer for vacuum. He didn't like that, so I changed that, and now it's running much happier. It wouldn't even idle, so that was something. But I think we're good now. And it kept dying. You'd rev it, and it would just stall and die immediately, kind of like that, much like this. May need to learn a little bit. Also, it ain't charging, and I think these things do like to have charge. Brakes feel good. Still have some gears. Yeah. I don't know why it dies like that. What's doing that, Danielle? Seems happy otherwise. I don't know. We'll get the charging system figured out, go from there, I guess, but it's got a lot of converter. Actually did some pretty good burnouts with it last night, but that's not what we're doing today. Oh, it slid the front tires. Today what we're doing is we're gonna start on the bodywork, which is kind of terrible and ugly and boring and gross, and I wonder if I actually should drive it around next door and wash it first, because it's got grease and stuff on it. Might be the plan. Actually, we could almost just do it next door, because we're going to do sanding and stuff, do it outside. It is summertime, so we maybe do that. I went and found, so this is not new to a lot of you guys, but for Canada, we have turbo cans, Tremclad. We kind of new to us, so I think I'm just going to rattle can this thing flat black, but I do want to kind of fix the bodywork here. Well, we'll fiberglass it. I mean, it's whatever. It is what it is. Coat of fiberglass on there. Block it out. We'll do the headlight bucket real quick. We'll just kind of, oh, spider. We'll just kind of scuff the rest of it. Just get, kind of smooth, do whatever. And then fire on some Tremclad. That's like rust converting paint. We're not trying to do too much here other than just make it look like something. And then ultimately kind of put it up for sale and see what happens. If it goes great. If not, well, we'll keep working on it and see where we end up. Unfortunately, I don't have my truck keys, and I think that's blocking the hose next door. So, you want to get on that? Thanks. All right. See if it'll actually move under its own power. Someone needs to lube up these doors. Tiny steering wheel is kind of stupid. Still seems unhappy. That's burnouts though. Like, good. We gotta fix that. Oh yeah, the battery thing is in the red. I think when it's in the red, it's not happy. It's a hot rod.
This thing will, like, if you did stick with your plan of, like, burnout car, this thing would dial her.
Yeah, the big converter in it, this thing ignites tires. But, all right, let's wash it off and start slapping some fiberglass on it. So we just washed it down real quick. I mean, we're not trying to make this thing perfect, but we're gonna rattle can it. We should do a little bit of work. This fender has got a lot of filler in it. I mean, it's, you know, all kind of dented out. Both sides are rusted actually right here. There's rust holes. So we'll probably just go ahead and clean that up a little bit. I'll wire wheel the caps just so we're not going right over rust with the body filler. And then same thing back here. I'll wire wheel, you know, kind of the edge. Like where I joined here, you can even see there's, you know, chunks of filler. This is by no means a perfect car, but it is complete-ish. Now these were Pontiac doors, which originally I thought it'd be kind of funny to leave the Pontiac trim on. Some Pontiac guy's losing his mind and we're just destroying this, but I'm just gonna screw at the end. I'm gonna leave all the holes, stuff like that. I mean, we're missing some fender trim here and there. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's gonna cut. Oh, that didn't really do much. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. We'll just scuff it and shoot it flat black, make it look like something. We'll get the other side off right quick. The hood's, it's a driver. If you want a driver, you can have one. The hood, this side's not bad. The other side of the corner is all bent, which is very common. This fender, oh yeah, like it's all filler here. Let's see where that crack is so we can do that. I mean, the fenders are fixable, and I will say fenders are kind of expensive and hard to find. What the? In any sort of decent shape. Sorry, Pontiac guys. I'm not sorry. No regrets. Oh, this one has a big dent in it, actually. Maybe we can kind of work that out real quick. So we gotta let it dry before we get too crazy into the body work. If I can get to that. Maybe we need a tool. Think we can knock that straight right quick? We can try. I need a hammer and a block of wood. Yeah, I used a lot of them. I'll have to get a few supplies. I couldn't find a 2x4, but 4x4 is good. And I grabbed a hammer. As always, you want to make sure you grab the right size hammer, which is the biggest one you can find. See if we can jam this in. It might be kind of close to the edge of the door. We might need like a smaller piece of something. This window go up? Oh, it goes up, mint. Down, not so much. Oh, the dent's in a bad spot behind the door here. We might be able to. I need a. Oh, maybe the car will provide something here. Oh, it's right in the lock and everything. This is basically like a PDR. Kind of came out. Okay, we'll give it a whack right there. I'm gonna say it's all the wrong tools, but it's less bad maybe. Okay, so that's good. Man, the door closes mint though. So we'll get the little wire wheel, we'll clean that up. I mean, there's filler and stuff. I mean, how much effort are we really gonna put into this, I guess? Having second thoughts. My original plan was just to leave it exactly as is because I'm lazy and I liked how it looked ridiculous and I wasn't ever going to be concerned because this way no one can ever say, I didn't know it was a two-door. But now you have to watch the video and like and subscribe. Yeah. Laziness is kicking in. Okay, I'm gonna get the wire wheel. We'll get that dialed. Okay, so I'm gonna get up in this area. Did I even weld this side? I didn't. Well, we'll have to do that, I guess. But this side, I just kind of give her a few beads along the way, and then I'll just wire fiberglass it. Get the fiberglass up in the bite too. That's all good. The same thing. Kind of clean this up. Get some of the real junk out of the way. Oh, yeah. The body filler's rusting. And then, still kind of wet, but clean this. Get some of the real junk off of it. So once you sand it, you're all perfect. Really, I just want to make sure where the fiberglass is going to go. We have 2 bars. What's going on? No. Oh no. You might be in the market for a grinder here right away. We can fill that in. Oh. We're gonna have to start a Dan Fund Me for a grinder. For less than a cup of coffee a day, Dan can get a grinder. Okay. Well, I will. That's fixed. I'll go around and do the edges. We'll have to pull the welder out, kind of in an awkward spot, to finish up that side, just so I can. It's in there pretty good, but I guess needs a couple of welds. I must have welded on the inside. Then we'll fire up the air compressor. We can kind of go over the whole car, just kind of rough it out. We'll just fiberglass the front and just like a quick skim coat around there. We're not going to go too crazy again. It's almost like it should look like it's been kind of modified or fixed, right? So I'll pull the welder out. We'll get this all dialed together here right away. So I guess I lazed out here when we originally built this thing. I didn't quite finish the welding, which is really unlike me. I usually don't move on to something else until what I'm working on is like 100% finished. So very unlike me, but hey, even the greats make mistakes from time to time, right? This thing is covered in body filler. What are we set up for here? Oh no, that's not what we want. Okay, so we'll do that. I usually weld it on the inside as well for some little structural rigidity. What do we got here to grab onto? Everything is kind of junk. What do we do? Hang on. Huh. I got nothing. Need a pair of vice grips. Damn it! Got him! So let's see if we can grab a ground from right here. Because we're lazy.
Is it laziness or ingenuity?
How about we let the internet decide if I'm lazy or ingenuitous? Order the day toilet paper paying off. Okay. And don't worry, I'm welding, but I'm not gonna get any spatter on the glass. Ooh, that was a good one. So when I did my first 55, I seam welded the whole thing and then ground it and all sorts of screwing around. It was like an unbelievable amount of work. And then when you kind of take it all apart, it's all just kind of like spot welded together. So this is just as strong.
Fire.
I'll burn its way out.
And that's still going.
You are a worrywart.
I'm the safety officer.
Can you
I
be?
got my safety flops on.
Oh yeah? Yeah, where are the steel toes? So now, you grab your grinder. Make sure you edit this so it's not annoying for the people. I don't want any spikes in it. All right, let's roll. Oh, the windshield. Fine. Maybe a little bit of seasoning. There you go.
Can you be like that girl on TikTok that signs her name with the grinder?
Yeah, what's her name? Lacey?
Yeah.
Mindy? We could do that. Just a big
Yeah.
disaster DD speed shop. I hope no one ever asks me to do that because that's,
You'll mess it up.
that's ridiculous. Maybe if I get a boob job or something. Okay. So now we need, Jolene over here from Bad Chat. Because Danny's a second-rate hack, according
With no class.
according to the internet. So we'll go ahead and get some fiberglass. Oh no, the body! And schmoo it on there. I'll show you how I do it there. Oh, it's like a lion's mane here with sweat. We'll get the schmoo in the corners. We'll just do a little edging. Be perfect. I'm just gonna say this once, but Jolene would have had the camera running already. Okay, anyways, here at Dan's Scared for His Life Speed Shop.
Hot.
It's very hot, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and use all the good stuff, which is what we had in stock. Use a little body filler. Rondex didn't have any body filler last time I was in, so all we're using is fiberglass, which would be just fine. And Canadian Tire still refuses to give me paint sticks, so we're using a screwdriver. In defense though, Canadian Tire, it is a Canadian Tire screwdriver, so there you go. Okay, so we're gonna load this up a little. It'd be a lot easier if I had a paint stick. Just order.
Apparently Home Depot, you can have as many paint sticks as you want.
Oh, I do like Home Depot. Home Depot's where we got the paint from, actually.
Turbo can, yeah.
So if you're in Canada and you'd like a turbo can, Canadian Tire, shitty Canadian Tire, only has shiny and shiny. So there you go. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna thin it out with just a little bit of the resin, mostly because I left the lid off of this thing. Set it on our table here. Whoops. Little spritz of hardener there. Oh, I should have given this a quick kneading before. You always want to knead your hardener, Okay, give it a little smudge on there. Now, it's like you're, folding it in. I picture our bread lady doing this. We have a bread lady down the road that makes fresh bread once a week. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when you do this or all that, it puts a bunch of air in there. So when you really care about your body work, don't do that. Watch Bad Chat. He knows what he's doing. I gave him a few pointers here and there. Okay, so we're gonna get this together. Now, I'm gonna do, in my head, I want to do like less is more. You know what I mean?
But in your heart.
I'm gonna schmoo her on there. But I really don't want to have to come back and do a pile of coats and sanding. Like, we're gonna just flatten this out and it's gonna kind of be what it is. So this, just give it a couple of little things like this. No. From the factory, there's like a seam here.
Get the one that's falling.
You know what makes me angry? Is when I do something stupid like that. And in the corner of my eye, I see the camera go. It's the most passive aggressive.
I am a very passive aggressive camera person, I will admit that.
So just kind of run this in there. We'll fill in this little gap. Because you got to remember, this is actually a little different because this was actually out of a proper 2-door. But when you're doing a 4-door conversion and you're using the back door, obviously the door closing, there's going to be a gap there, so it's not going to fit super snugly. So now we're just going to blend this all together. Look at that, you can hardly tell some butcher went at this thing with a grinder, you know? It's also very hot out, so. Oh, and you know what you should probably do? Is do this before you have the glass in.
Yeah! Spider.
You're really attracting them today. So, we can just kind of give this a quick little touch up here. Should be fine. Then we'll just flatten her out with the big DA. I don't think I'm gonna do the bottom. Nobody looks down. It's like nobody knows what kind of shoes you have on, you know what I mean?
I think everybody knows.
We call it the Andy Dufresne effect.
Andy Dufresne?
Yeah.
Who's that?
What? Shawshank Redemption. He literally had a speech about no one notices what kind. Well, Morgan Freeman had the speech, but no one knows what kind of shoes you're wearing. But remember when he broke out of prison and he stole the warden's shoes?
Sure.
Come on, Danielle. It's a classic. Okay, there we go. So that's done. Now we'll do up front here. Oh, there's a little water. Side note, why am I always going through so many t-shirts? Treat them with the utmost respect.
Nobody knows. Only there were signs.
You know what? Those ddSpeedShop.ca t-shirts, man, do they last, eh?
They really do. I'm actually shocked.
Ooh, the filler's setting up here. Okay, we'll be done with that, but you kind of get the idea. I mean, it already looks 1,000 times worse, but we'll let that harden up. Hit it real quick. We got the airline out. Oh, I gotta fill in this a little bit too. Real ugly. Okay, I'll mix up load another filler. We'll do the other sides. You want to do the other side maybe?
No.
No? Okay, well, just me then, I guess. You want to do it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where we piss off the internet. Because we're going to go right over the rust, which they love.
I hear it's their actually preferred mode. They just like to give you a hard time.
Is that what it is? It's like I put the video or a picture up when I was doing the body work on this thing. While I was doing the headlights or the buckets. It had that fiberglass and expanding foam.
Oh, yeah.
And
I thought you did it.
I was like, we've all been there and done it, admit it. The amount of people that send me direct messages, I would never do that. That is such a hack job. You're like, okay, guys. You have to remember that at one point, well, at this point, it's just a junk hot rod. But this one, being the last one we're going to sell, I am going to ask probably more than it's worth. Because honestly, I really want to sell it. The other ones I kind of, accepted. They were all kind of done, but this one now I have like this feeling. You know what I think the real issue is? It does really good burnouts.
It is a burnout machine.
I really do like that, so weld up the diff and let her explode. I really want to go, like the whole reason we built, my plan for this car, I wouldn't even say built it because it never got finished. The plan for this year, we're going to go to Power Tour and all that sort of stuff. But I really wanted to try like a Cletus and Cars event. Because they have those like open class burnouts. And it seems like some people go and they really give her and all that. But it's like some people are scared to ruin their stuff. And I thought like...
Not DD Speed Shop.
I thought it'd be hilarious. We towed this thing down with the Nomad to Florida. Put some sort of a diff in it, like maybe even buy a 4.9 inch. We were gonna be serious about it, and then just beat the tar out of it. Yak the transmission all over the track. Oh, this may require a couple of layers, actually. This one. Well, this is what we call a landlord special, you know. You know what we should do is we should like just hang a picture over it or something.
Or put a frame around.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Well, I should have had the hood up for this. Whew.
It's hot.
It's very hot. Can you actually lift the hood? The spring should hold it. Just pull it all up, like push it all the way up. Perfect. Will it hold itself or not?
No.
Okay, well, hang on. We'll just go ahead and schmoo that like this. Give her a little, you know, whatever. I'll do this side right quick. You can put it right down. See Jolene do that. Lift a hood. She'd probably break a nail. With love. I say it with love. I say it with love, people. I'm actually quite jealous of her. Man. And her Corvette. Can you drop her down? Okay. Look at this. Speed bodywork, DD Speed Shop. This is the speed round we should have been filming. Not moving cars.
Yeah, DD Speed Shop doesn't mean going fast. It means quickly done.
Yeah, people are always like, you don't go fast. You don't do anything fast. Yeah. No. Speedy bodywork. Speedy and terrible. Okay, I'm going to run out here, but we'll just go ahead and goosh a little bit up in there. We'll come back and do the quarters afterwards. Quarters. I was watching The Town earlier.
No, you were watching The Town on TikTok.
Yeah, the best parts of The Town. TikTok tells me the best parts. So I don't like watching whole movies. It's too time consuming. People always ask, ouch. How do you have time for that? You watch movies, just the highlights on TikTok. There we go. Okay, I'll change up the gloves, let this stuff all kind of harden up. We'll get this done. We already did the other side. You kind of saw the magic. And yeah, we'll just let it harden up. Come back and start doing some sanding. Okay, so we got everything's on there. So now we're gonna do a little sculpting, and the bodywork's a little on the gorgeous hair. It sucked everything. It's a little on the thick side a few spots, so we're just going to take the edge off with some 120. That's basically sanding stuff, so. I can hardly tell there's a gaping hole there. So that'll flatten out perfectly when we put the big DA on it. We'll do down here as well. Check that out, not bad. Might do this too. There we go. So I got the kind of edges out of it. Now I'll get the sander, flatten it right out. We'll probably have to float a little bit more filler at the top there, just kind of make that look like something. I'm not overly concerned about the bottom of the fender. It'll be what it's going to be. Then I don't know if I need like a little DA to get in here, or we'll do it by hand even. See how lazy I'm feeling, but here we can just and be just good. Man, the body filler really sticks to your wet hairs on your arm. Okay, let's get some sandpaper. Let's make this happen. So I got some rather aggressive disc on there right now. Kind of flatten it out. See what we end up with, and I think I got some 100. Maybe I got something a little finer, but make a look at the car right quick. Somebody dropped this and bent it. Who would do that? Probably tell how bad it is. Junk. We got for rough stuff. A little 60. That was an old pad. Oh, these Amazon discs. Yeah. I want 3M quality with Amazon pricing. It needs a little bit, but I think it's presentable-ish. And here a little bit. So you give it a pass. That looks pretty good. Like, these are ready for paint. Not even that warped. Okay, so keep giving her on this. See what we end up with. So we got her all kind of flattened out. I put a quick second coat right on the center seam there. It was a little bit of a low spot, and then I just kind of did it down to blend. We gave it one quick shot on the side where that gaping hole was, and then a few little tiny spots on the brow. Now I got just an old piece of the sandpaper, and I tried getting in here with the big DA, but it's just kind of too awkward. So if you had like even a block of wood or like a dowel, you get in here if you wanted to and make it nice and perfect, but we're just trying to give it a quick and dirty shaping. Ooh, that actually got hot on the finger. But wow, why is it so hot? Got a little piece of fiberglass in there. There you have it. So what I always do, again, we're just going to do this in fiberglass and leave it, but I give it a coat of this kind of structurally, I don't know, fiberglass kitty hair stuff, and then you go over it with some body filler and kind of straighten it out, and then it kind of gets rid of all the little sanding scratches, and honestly it comes out pretty decent. And I mean, if you ever look at a Tri-5 Chevy, like I said, well, back here you can see that's exactly what it looks like. So it's two pieces and there's like this kind of gunk in there, so we just make it nice and smooth, and it's pretty well perfect-ish. This is the longer you take, the nicer it looks, so you can pretty much tell how much effort we're going to put in, how nice it's going to look. But presentable at 20 feet, and honestly, with the way this thing does burnouts, you'll have so much smoke coming out of the rear wheel wells, you won't even know that the door gap's kind of goofy. So yeah, I'll let that kind of set up. I like that just kind of soft, comes off real easy. I haven't even started on the other side. And then we'll go over the whole car with some, whatever I got, 200 or something like that, and just kind of get the flakies off. And next video will be
Turbo cans.
Turbo can.
Turbo cans.
You know me, I like big turbo cans.
Yes, love big cans.
That was a low brow joke, Danielle. Jolene wouldn't do that. So, I mean, I kind of jumped ahead a little bit. It was just more of the same. So I just kind of roughed everything out. It is what it is. We got the fenders kind of dialed. I hit the fenders on the doors and the quarters kind of with some, I don't know, 200 grit or something like that, just to give it something to bite. I don't know how crazy I'm going to get, like all these little, whatever. We'll hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. This side, it's got a big dent. You can see it's pushed out there, so I just kind of went with it, and that's kind of is what it is. It looks pretty decent. The brows are okay. I got to get a little more in underneath. I didn't quite do that because I got to do that by hand, but I think that's enough sanding for now. I'm sick of it. It's very boring. The car's rough. I mean, the doors are all dented and all that. It's just, I think one color makes a difference, which I'm sure the internet likes to tell me how wrong I am and how it's criminal to do these things. But I want to leave it with just one of these quick. I'm so excited. Like, we've had this for a little while, but I haven't had flat black. And I mean, who's painting everything shiny white or shiny black? Come on, Tremclad. The hot rod people appreciate this. 3 times faster than traditional spray cans. This can was $25, $29. But, you ready? Oh, wow. It's like an actual whatever. So, you know what we'll do? We'll just kind of do a little bit of the filler. Actually, we'll see what this turns out like. We'll let that dry, and then tomorrow we'll come back and see how much more body work we want to do. It goes on freaking quick. Do I have any runs? Doesn't even look like I did any crazy runs. So we'll let that do its thing, and tomorrow we'll just do a little more. It's unbelievable. you wouldn't understand. I like it. Maybe we'll just do the whole car right now. So ending the video, we'll just let it rip. So there we have it. Still feels heavy. So we'll leave that there. Tomorrow, or the day after, we'll see how it goes. Let that dry, see how rough it looks. I mean, the car it's pretty lumpy, but at least it'll be all one color. I hate yellow, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't really for me to start with. But we can let that dry in a nice matte color, and then kind of just hit the top and the sides with some miscellaneous, sandpaper, so it kind of, we'll grab the paint, figure out a few things, and we'll probably mask it, and it'll hit the primer or the body filler, maybe even primer it a little bit. See how well this stuff covers. Go from there. But that's it for tonight. It's very hot. I'm very tired, and I don't want to work on this thing anymore. So we'll see you tomorrow, or the next video, which is probably tomorrow. Thanks for watching.